So what's going on, guys? I guess this will be my impressions video of the Black Ops 3 PC beta. And just to jump right into it, because there's gonna be a shit ton of stuff that I want to cover, but just to jump right in, I'll start off with the negatives and then I'll go into the positives. The first negative thing about the PC beta that I don't like is the optimization of it. It's pretty bad, I have to say. And I have a pretty high-end rig too. I mean, I built it myself. I have i7-4790K, 16 gigs of Corsair Vengeance Pro, 2400 megahertz RAM, Zotac Amp Edition 980 Ti that I just got, and I overclocked that to 1453. So that's got a solid overclock on it too. And I have a Samsung Evo 120 gig for my boot drive, and I have this game installed on another SSD, a 480 gig Intel 730 SSD, and I'm running Windows 10. So I mean, in terms of specs, my PC is pretty solid. I mean, I can't get really any better than this unless I want to put a Titan X in here, but a Titan X isn't that better than a 980 Ti. I play at 1440p. I have a 1440p monitor, and the game at ultra settings on 1440p is unplayable for me. There's just way too much FPS stuttering and FPS lag, and random frame drops that I get. And I have a G-Sync monitor on top of that, so even with G-Sync, it's still unbearable to play. Just the frame rate is all over the place, and the stuttering is just horrible. So that's one thing. I did notice that once there is a fix, obviously. It's to just turn down your settings and you'll be fine. But if you have a rig similar to mine, then you're gonna want to turn off anti-aliasing off tops. If you're running anything higher than 1080p, you don't really need anti-aliasing, in my opinion. I want to state that perfectly clear. My opinion. So turn off anti-aliasing, turn off volumetric lighting, I believe it's called, or something similar to that, and turn off cache sun shadows or cache sun map or something like that. Turn that completely off. After that, my game was smooth. Like I had no random FPS drops or no stuttering issues at all. Frame rate has always been over 100 FPS with those things off at 1440p. So that's a good thing. So there is a fix for that, which makes the gameplay better on the PC. But for you guys that don't have, a rig as mine, I mean, most PC gamers don't even have a freaking like 960 or 970 or 770 or 760. They have even lower end graphics cards than that. So for you guys, it's gonna be tough to play this game, man. I don't know what to say. Hopefully they optimize it more uh, by the time launch comes. But I highly doubt it'll be dramatically better. I do believe that'll be somewhat better, but I mean, most people out there aren't going to be able to run this at medium or high settings at 1080p with their rig. Or I'm lying. They'll probably be able to run it at high settings at 1080p with a 760 or 770 fine, but or a 960 or 970, but it's still going to be they just really need to fix that stutter and random frame drops. If it's a smooth FPS, like, always 60, or always 80, or always 100, then it'll be fine, but they just really need to fix that variable frame rate that the game just pushes. Like, it's all over the place. So if they fix that, then it should be fine for most of the people, but in the beta right now, it's kind of, I feel sorry for the people with lower end rigs. Your guys are going to have a really hard time having a smooth gameplay experience. What else is bad? Mouse movement is another horrible thing about the beta. There's mouse acceleration in the game. It's very apparent when you first go into a game. What you're going to want to do is turn off mouse acceleration and mouse filtering in the options. as well as turn your friend. This is the key part. Listen here. If you're gonna, tune out everything I say, please tune back in for this right now. This part. You're gonna want to change your frame rate to whatever your refresh rate of your monitor is. Okay, so for my situation, I have a 144 hertz monitor. I want to go into my advanced tab and put my FPS to 120. Because that's the max. I can't put 144 hertz or 144 frames. So I'm going to want to put it to 120 frames. If you have a 60 hertz monitor or a 75 hertz monitor or whatever, put it to 60 FPS or 75 FPS if they have 75 FPS option. But if you have a 60 hertz monitor, put it to 60 FPS. If you have the game at unlimited FPS, then you will still have mouse acceleration. So, or an input delay or input lag that just screws with your aiming. So please put your frame rate to whatever your refresh rate is, and you should be fine. And get rid of all that input delay, lag, mouse acceleration. So that's another major problem. And even after doing those three things, there's still a slight hint of mouse accel / input lag / input delay. I don't really know what it is, but I'm just gonna call it those things. But it's definitely way smoother and better after you do those three things. What else is a problem in the beta? At 1440p 90 FOV, the game is blurry and pixelated for me, which is weird. I did change my FOV back to 65 just to see if it would help with the pixelation and blurriness, and it did. It did very much. It did very much so. So hopefully that'll be fixed by the time launch day happens. But there is a slight blurriness and pixelation to the game, even at 65 FOV. So hopefully that's completely gotten rid of by the time the game comes out. And there's other things like depth of field, motion blur, that are not in the advanced graphics tab that should be there. There's depth of field in this game is very apparent, and motion blur when you get shot is very apparent. It's kind of like suppression in Battlefield 3 or Battlefield 4 when you get hit and the whole screen blurs. Like that's what it looks like when you get shot in this game, which I pray to God that they get rid of. And they really need to have a depth of field option in the advanced tab, because that's kind of a personal preference. I really hate depth of field, and it kind of messes with my aiming a little bit. But I just don't think it looks good at all. Like, it just blurs out everything, and I think that looks like crap. So I would rather have it off, completely off, rather than having it on, and hopefully that'll do something with the performance too. Hopefully it'll boost it. But yeah, they really need to have that suppression feel, or the motion blur that I call it, and that depth of field option in there to be able to turn off, which they don't have. What else? I guess I should go into the positives now. There's a couple other things that I don't like about the game, but those are kind of personal things. Like, I don't like the boost jump or anything like that. Those are just personal things that I don't like about the game. But I'll get into the positives, I guess. I like the 3 maps that they have in the beta. Evac, Hunted, and then I forget the third one. The map design is really solid in my opinion. 3-tier map, I believe. They're 3-tier map design or something, 3 level or 2 level. I don't know. Their map design is good. That's all you really need to know. I like the colors of the game. Really nice. The guns are solid. However, I don't like how they feel for some reason. I don't know how to explain. It feels like I'm holding like a piece of plastic rather than holding an actual gun. And it's not like it doesn't feel like Black Ops 2 where I feel the weight of the gun when I shoot and kill people. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys. It just feels like I'm running around with a plastic gun shooting people. Even like with this bulky Man of War, I feel like I'm running around with a plastic gun. or a toy gun. But I mean, you know, you guys probably think I'm crazy, but besides that, the guns themselves, like how they work, the recoil and everything, I think is really good. They definitely have, every gun has recoil that's very apparent, and it's easier to control on a PC rather than a console. But that recoil is necessary in this game. I mean, in Black Ops 2, the guns were like no recoil on the PC. If you can control your mouse movement, the recoil was non-existent. But in this game, there is still recoil, more so than in Black Ops 2, which I find is a good thing, which will, you know, heighten the level gap. And what else? Oh, the specialists. Yeah. Okay. So that's probably the best thing about this game, to be honest, are the specialists. If you don't like this game, then okay, that's cool. But you, like, I would find it hard pressed to say that no one likes the specialists. You know, that there are some people out there that don't like the specialists. I'd highly believe that if you were to play this game, the only thing you'll like are the specialists. If you hate it, so um, yeah, the specialists really make this game fun. To be honest, I've been using the bow and arrow chick. That thing kicks serious ass. Oh my lord. And I really don't know. Oh, I'm out of time too, huh? Fuck. Oh shit. Whatever. So yeah, there's some good things. There's some positive things. I think the game's average. Hopefully, whatever they do in these last 2 months will make the game better. But if not, then I won't be buying it. So yeah, I'll catch you with another one. Shit.